Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the special edition. Special edition because Lee cannot be with us today. He's been sick. So today on Yoshi Unleashed, it's me, Sean from KWK, and obviously our main host, Yoshi Tatsu. How are we doing, Yoshi? How are you doing this week?
I'm good. I had a couple of matches this week.
Yeah. Tell us about your week. Give us some details.
Okay, I had a match, tag titles match. In the promotion name is Hit Up. It's a small promotion. Yeah, we challenged the tag title, but we can't get it.
Mori?
No. So this is not all Japan.
Okay.
So the promotion name is Hit Up. Then my tag partner is Rhyme Imai. Then
that does ring a bell.
Yeah, he just turned 19 years old. He's very young. He started 15 years old. The wrestling. He started 15 years old. Then actually his mother is very famous idol, like
Eriko Imai.
Yes,
from Speedo, right?
Yes, Speedo. Like
I used to have a crush on her when I was a kid.
Everybody, everybody likes her. Everybody knows her. Like how should I say? So Japanese people, most knows her, but she quit Speed like 20 years ago. Quit.
Right.
Then after that,
she became a politician, right?
Yeah, he got married with a musician. And so his name is Shogo. Then his band is a rider, like punk rock band, Japanese punk rock band.
Okay.
Then Shogo and Eriko Imai.
They broke up, right?
They married. Then they got Raimu Imai, but after that they divorced. Then after divorce,
they divorced. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Then after that, she became politician. Yeah. So
that's what I heard. And wasn't she in some kind of scandal with another guy in a car at one point? I think it was. I think someone from media took a picture of her with some guy in a car about an affair or something. I don't remember, but that was like years ago. And she, her son. I think wasn't that her son had like was it autistic? Was it was he like not able to hear things?
Yeah. So actually, he's deaf.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's nothing to hear from he was born. He never listened the sound after he born. It's like it's kind of tragedy because their parents is musician.
Yeah.
Right. But
it's kind of irony too in a way because especially with his mother being such a successful she was one of the vocalists in the group as well. So, that's one thing. And not only that, when you're when you're a wrestler and you're deaf, how can you hear the crowd? How can you know, build the crowd based on psychology? That's got to be really hard.
Yeah, real, but yeah. So when the entrance,
Hmm.
w- our entrance, then after on the ring, so
Yeah,
we do pose. Always
yeah,
I touch his back, then he
yeah.
do same.
Ah,
He so always I'm walk in front of him.
yeah.
I walk because
Mm.
he
Then he can
can't listen.
follow.
Yeah, he can't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, his music. So
But his
he's in.
mother was like a huge wrestling fan to New Japan, I remember.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought she was because like I remember she was in attendance for some of the Tokyo Dome shows. Um,
I think I think different person. So
yeah.
yeah, his mother Eriko Imai uh, was not wrestling fan. Just he has a woman's wrestler friend.
Hmm.
Then that's why she goes to the show, wrestling show,
Ah,
the
okay,
woman's
gotcha.
show.
Okay, understand.
Then I think
Wow, that.
she take him to the show. Then
Hmm.
he little by little he going to
Became a
like,
fan.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Wow.
Then he likes WWE very
Mm,
much. He's big fan of WWE. Then he likes me and
yeah.
respects me. That's
Oh.
why he wanted to have match uh with me.
Mm,
After that, he won't have tag team with me.
mm.
Yeah, he's
That's
short.
nice though. That's nice
Mm,
though.
yeah,
It's
he's
nice to have that sort of connection too.
yeah, good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Mm,
it's good to have that sort of connection too.
yeah. Then
Anyway, let's take us to this week's news. One is about you, and we're going to talk about this. MKW is
okay.
the, the basically right now probably the biggest wrestling company in China,
Mm,
and I'm happy to say we have reached a new deal with MKW. So Yoshi is going to wrestle in Shenzhen, southern
mm.
China, for the first time on January 27th,
Okay, yeah.
2024, at the Bash at the Bay 3.
Mm,
Now, your match, and I keep saying it, I'm going to say this is most likely going to be the biggest match in Chinese wrestling history, in my
re-
opinion.
really?
To me,
Mm,
the way I look at it, it has to be. It's you and Big Sam. Big
mm,
Sam, for those people that don't know, he is the top heel in Chinese wrestling scene right now.
okay.
And you've already faced Big Sam before when you were in Shanghai.
Mm, mm,
So obviously you are going to be familiar with him.
mm,
And judging from the match last time,
mm,
there's there has to be some heat because
mm,
I asked
mm,
the owner of MKW, Adrian. I said, can the stable not be at ringside?
mm,
And Adrian's answer is telling me that he cannot make sure that the stable will not be uh, at ringside,
mm,
especially his manager, Chairman Al, and Queen Marie. So,
mm,
and I haven't told you this yet. So most likely it's going to be just you and Big Sam in the ring, but there's a lot more you got to be worrying about outside the ring as well.
Mm.
I can
Yeah.
tell you this right now. So, but I will be I'll be sitting in attendance.
Mm.
So we'll see what happens. But I'm not liking this one bit. But hey,
Mm.
a match is a match, right? So
Mm. I
yeah.
remember his manager
Hmm.
is, yeah, has big tits.
Yeah, Queen Marie does like to show her bosoms a bit more.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if she's thinking about flashing it towards you.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she like it or not. She likes the attention, so we'll see.
I re- yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but Sam, but I'm sure Sam is not gonna have nice things to say about you. But we'll see. If he
Mm.
runs his mouth, then
Mm.
I got a loud mouth as well. So I'll let him have it too. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So that's the big match that's coming up for China. Like I said, the biggest wrestling match in Chinese
Okay.
wrestling history. So
Mm.
I'm really glad that I set this up for you. Like because for you to do a lot of stuff like the first time ever,
Mm.
I think that's really cool. So this is one of them.
Mm.
It's such a shame that Big Sam has a title belt in another promotion
Mm.
that is not in MKW that you cannot go for it. But if you could, man, that would be real cool too. But we'll
Mm.
see. We'll see. All right,
Mm.
moving on. Moving on
Yeah.
to next bit. Um, this one just came out today. Well, yesterday, last night.
It is that
And
that seat.
well, yeah, it's basically TNA. TNA is back. So no
Oh.
more Impact Wrestling. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
So.
Apparently the announcement came out, and this is the excerpt that I have taken from websites, and basically it's saying that um as you can see, Saturday night's Bound for Glory pay-per-view ended with the announcement that Impact will be known as TNA Wrestling again. The TNA Wrestling name change
Mm.
will officially start with the Hard to Kill pay-per-view on January 13th, 2024. Now, PWInsider.com is reporting new details about why the company is reverting to the TNA name. It was
Why?
noted that Impact originally planned
Mm.
to make the announcement at Slammiversary, but it was
Mm.
pushed back. The decision to go back to TNA Wrestling was made 2 to 3 weeks ago. According to company sources speaking with PW Insider, the decision
Mm.
will unite the fragmented history of the promotion, who use TNA, Impact, and Global Force Wrestling as
Mm.
names over its 20 plus year history. In
Mm.
addition, it was noted that some of the company's international partners and fans still prefer the name TNA and still
Mm.
used it to refer to the company. The last statement I think is true. I mean, even now, whenever I try to say, impact, I still find it weird. And I always thought, why couldn't we just go back to TNA? And obviously, you would have some knowledge about TNA because of its working relationship with New Japan at one point.
Yeah.
So, and obviously we know about the Okada incident when he was in Impact Wrestling. Apparently, he wasn't being treated well. To this day, I think he still holds a grudge.
Mm.
So, what do you think about Impact rebranding back again into TNA?
I think this is good thing because yeah, as you know, TNA is already many people knows, right? Very popular.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so I think it's a good idea, but I wonder why they changed the name TNA to Impact. I was wondering why. You know why?
I
I
don't
want
know. I think to me, I think what happened was, yeah, and don't quote me on it. Um,
mm,
I think what happened was they wanted to get away from the TNA name because at the time,
mm,
TNA wasn't getting good enough ratings, and
okay.
the main show was Impact. So
Mm,
I think that's when they decided, okay, let's go with the name Impact instead.
okay.
So I think that may be the reason. But when they changed the name to Impact, I mean, even after all these years that they've changed the name to Impact,
Mm,
um, you know, people are still calling it TNA. I mean, I still can't call it Impact. I still have to call it TNA for whatever reason. It's just easier to remember.
yeah, I think so too. I like
So
TNA.
yeah,
The name.
and you look back into history as well. That say for example, you have Jeff Jarrett and all of these guys that
Mm,
came out under the TNA name.
mm,
You have say Samoa Joe, you have AJ
yeah,
Styles,
yeah.
and Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle's feud was pretty much one of the very few that really made TNA a lot of money.
Mm,
And even Hogan and his crew when they went to TNA, it wasn't really making TNA some money. In fact, that the company was at a loss.
mm,
So when you look back into this whole thing, um, I think changing back into TNA name, should have happened a lot sooner than later.
mm. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to
Yeah,
uh, the name back to TNA.
right.
Yeah. Mm,
Well, let's move on to the next news that we have.
okay.
And this one, it's about um the change of
Mm,
creative again in
mm,
WWE.
mm,
And it you can give your thoughts to it afterwards because that's something I want to ask you about that as well. So multiple contacts within the WWE and UFC have confirmed that Ari Emanuel, who wields power as the Endeavor CEO, is
mm,
behind the change. Emmanuel has long been a firm believer that in order for an organization to be as effective as possible, people need to do the job they are assigned. In this
mm,
case, that approach has empowered Levesque to exert his full influence in the company's creative sphere. So basically, now that Endeavor has taken over,
mm,
that Triple H may not be one of the top executives, but he is basically controlling the entire creative in WWE. So Vince McMahon
mm.
is out.
Completely out.
So, well, that's how it seems. And from the other paragraph down here, it says not all is lost for
Mm,
McMahon. As
mm,
executive chairman, his focus is elsewhere, particularly in overseeing a lucrative new media rights deal for Raw and the NXT brand. But it
mm,
is a fascinating time for McMahon.
mm,
So I want to ask you
mm,
that you have worked with Vince, you have worked with Triple H. Okay.
mm.
What is your opinion on their booking style? How different are they?
Mm, I think Vince is old school, like from proceed to from his father, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Old school booking. I think, just my opinion, Triple H is uh, like watch watch the wrestling all over the world.
Mm.
Then like he has knowledge about like world wrestling. Then
Mm-hmm.
I think Triple H likes, of course, like major style, WWE style, and also like indie style too. I think
Mm.
so.
So he's more accepting to different styles of wrestling.
I think
What do
like
you think? Okay, especially with the time that you were in WWE, it
mm,
was basically Vince booking everything, and Triple H was basically under him.
mm,
Um,
yeah.
do you feel
Mm,
that your career would have been better in WWE had
mm,
you been with Triple H instead of Vince McMahon?
mm, I don't know. So
I know I'm putting you on the spot for this, but
yeah, I I I was in Vince McMahon era, right?
yes.
So I was in FCW, not NXT, right? So I
But
was
you
not.
were in NXT towards the end for a little while.
Mm, but when I was in uh when I was debut in
Hmm.
FCW era, so I was Vince McMahon era this guy.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
I like Vince's style.
Okay.
Yeah,
Even the toilet humor that he had.
humor.
Yeah, his style was a lot more toilet humor in some way.
Yeah, I think so. Mm.
And you still like that too?
Yeah, I like. Mm.
Okay, soon we're gonna see that in the dirt sheets.
Okay.
Yoshi likes Vince McMahon's toilet humor.
Actually, I like Attitude Era.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Hardcore ass kicker.
Yeah.
That's a new nickname for Yoshi Tatsu.
Yeah.
Hardcore ass kicker.
I like. Yeah. I like.
Attitude Era is definitely something that's different. In terms of WWE's history. You
Mm,
have the Rock and Wrestling era in the 80s. That
mm,
was that was one of the peaks, and a lot of people thought that time
mm,
you cannot you cannot surpass it
mm,
until the Attitude Era comes along.
mm,
And then you have Stone Cold, you have The Rock, you have all of that. And I was just watching a match the other night, and I just realized that a lot of the stuff in the Attitude Era, like in terms
mm,
of the matches,
mm,
makes more sense than some of the wrestling that I watch today. Like in terms
mm,
of the moves, in terms of um the presence of these guys in the ring and all that kind of stuff, and it's just absolutely different.
mm,
So I do have to say Attitude Era was perhaps one of the most entertaining eras, and
mm,
I do miss it still. Like if the society today can
mm,
you know doesn't get to the word is finicky and be more like, okay, you know what? Let's be cool about all these stuff. But yeah, it's not going to happen. Now, speaking of Vince, his documentary is coming out next year.
Oh, really? About
from Netflix, and this time he does not have the final say, according to the producer.
Okay. Oh.
So the executive, if you look at the second paragraph here, executive producer of the documentary, Bill Simmons, spoke about the project on SI Media with Jimmy Trainer. I hope I get the last name right. He was passionate and excited about this look at McMahon. He revealed that it would be a multi-pass part series, lasting just about the quote-unquote right length, as opposed to the stretching it out to make more money. It would also reveal when he expects to air, with the first part of 2024 potentially being a release time. So now that Vince McMahon does not have final say in this, for you knowing Vince, who is known to be very controlling, right?
He
This
can't
is
say.
about him. Yeah, and he doesn't have control to what is going to be aired. Since you know Vince on a professional level, how do you think he will react to this?
His react, Vince's react.
Yeah, how he will react to this when this is he doesn't have a say in this, like what comes out.
But like
Because let's be honest, any businessman, right? Any businessman, there has to be something dirty about them, no matter how you look at it. Okay, and you he cannot say, okay, you know what? I don't want this part on there, and I want this part on there. It's basically whatever Bill Simmons wants to put on, it's going to be on there. So I mean, even the average Joe, like someone that's average and like someone's doing a documentary on him, is like, I don't have anything that I can control to it. I wouldn't be too happy. But since you know Vince McMahon on the professional level, what do you think his reaction will be when he found out about this?
I think it's okay. This answer is okay. I think it's normal.
So you think he's going to be okay with it and just say, whatever?
No, I think it's okay. Because he can't say anything right now. So yeah, I think he said as long as he can right now.
Okay.
So yeah.
But you know the whole sex scandal thing's going to come out on this documentary too. That's going to be pretty bad on it, because I mean, people were talking about it the entire last year. This day, people are still talking about the hush money.
Oh, okay.
And they are going to be, they have to be talking about this on this documentary.
Yeah. Yeah,
that has to piss him off somehow.
Yeah, it's bad for Vince, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking for your opinion for his reaction.
Yeah.
you're really not gonna say anything to this, aren't you?
Yeah,
All
but
right, guys. I tried to push Yoshi on this one. All right, let's move on then.
okay, next one.
So now I'm going to talk about this one first. Now I'm going to talk about a different thing, which is CMLL's working relationship with AEW.
Okay.
Now, you've been to CMLL,
Mm.
and we were talking about Mystical last week as well. Now,
Yeah.
now Mystical showing up in AEW,
Mm.
okay, as per the agreement with CMLL,
Mm.
actually helped boosting ticket sales
Mm.
for AEW,
Mm.
because the last time that
Mm.
when they started selling tickets and whatnot, which was on October 11th,
Mm.
only 2,462 tickets were distributed. It didn't say sold, but it said distributed. But
Really?
the final attendance for the taping was
Mm.
4,457. That's according to the Twitter account WrestleTix.
Wow.
So so basically, it's it's showing that Mystical may be a draw for AEW.
Mm.
I mean,
Okay.
have you seen some of these like ever happen when like actually, you know what, this happened to you? I think um for the Shanghai show, for the MKW show, when you were
Mm.
announced on the show,
Mm.
tickets were sold out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's good.
so yeah. So I was, you know, I, how does that how does that work for both companies, you think? I mean, especially about CML's working relationship with New Japan. Now that CML also has working relationship with AEW, so it's working on a triangle between New
Yeah.
Japan, AEW, and CMLL.
Yeah. Mm.
How do you think this benefits all three companies right now?
I think good benefit for New Japan and CMLL, not for AEW, I think.
Why is that?
Because AEW is the biggest company
Okay.
in this, right? The
Yeah, it is.
yeah, the
But then,
yeah.
but then it's also bringing in, and it seems like this is something that Tony Khan likes, which he likes to bring in guys that have not done a match in AEW before and wrestle his own talents.
Mm.
But do you think it will be better to actually build it up before like putting them on a pay-per-view to actually sell more tickets
Mm.
than to just simply go, okay, this week on Dynamite we're gonna have this match. This week on Rampage we're gonna have Mystical from CMLL to face Rocky Romero.
Mm.
Do you think it'll be better to like properly build it instead of just like throwing it out there on free TV? Because they do have a pay-per-view to sell.
Mm.
So, in your opinion, do you think it'll be better, or do you think grabbing grabbing it for rating will be better?
Mm. Rating.
Yeah,
Mm.
for TV
Yes.
ratings, for quick TV ratings. So for that week, like, okay, this guy is on there.
Yeah. It's a moment, right? Rating. Moment
Yeah,
rating.
just for that moment.
Mm. Yeah, but uh I don't know. So
if suddenly one day, okay, say Tony Khan say, Yoshi, here's the books. You do the booking,
okay,
okay? And you have CMLL and the AEW guys,
yeah,
okay? Will you book it like right away for Rampage, like that?
yeah, yeah,
Or will you actually build it up for pay-per-view?
yeah.
Which one will you do?
Pay-per-view.
Exactly my thought.
Yeah.
Because I would build it for pay-per-view because it will draw more money for the
Mm,
company.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I still don't get this about the whole part where it's like, okay, this guy is coming up with the show.
Mm,
Now we're moving on to the next part, which had a lot of people talking um about this. So let me just switch screen if I can. So let's see. Let me just move this if I can.
is this your
Now,
YouTube page?
yeah, no, I just went on YouTube earlier, just watched something. But
Is this
yeah,
home?
so hmm? No, that's not
No.
my home. No, that's not my home. Of course not. Okay, anyway, um, this is the part where AEW has gotten a lot of backlash last week. Um,
Okay.
simply one of the major heat that like it's legit heat that Juice Robinson got
Mm,
from this um is towards MJF,
mm,
and um it's somewhat of an anti-Semitic. So
mm,
because of the war in East on the war in Israel right now,
mm,
and I'm gonna show this, and you can have a look and see what you think.
mm. Okay. So who is champion now?
MJF.
Okay. Okay, Jay White
Yeah, there's Jay
challenge.
White there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What did you ask me?
Hold on a second. It gets more. It gets more. We haven't got to it yet.
Mm. Is this Mentos?
No, it's a roll of quarters.
Okay. Just kidding. What did it what did he say?
Okay, so basically it's this. Um,
Mm,
MJF has made it known that when he was a kid that he was bullied,
mm.
and the bullies would have quarters thrown at him.
Uh okay.
And because MJF is Jewish.
Oh, okay.
Now, now they did this in the middle of the war that is happening in Israel.
Mm,
So a lot of the Jewish audience
mm,
voiced that they were upset, and some viewers were also upset about this. This this was actually taken down off YouTube, so it wasn't shown
oh,
on YouTube, but it's still on Twitter.
it's banned?
Well, AEW took it down, I guess.
Oh, really?
It they faced a lot of backlash from this because the I'm not politically understanding enough with this, but I guess it's more towards hate towards Jewish
Yeah, I
in
think
that
so.
sense.
I'll
Yeah.
say,
So it's making quite a few people upset with this.
yeah,
Um, what is your take on that? Because, wrestling has been involved with a lot of controversial stuff over the years. Um, may not be as many in Japan, but obviously a lot more in the US.
mm.
So, what do you think of this? Do you think it was okay, or you think it's probably not the best time to do?
Probably no best, I think.
I mean, MJF okayed it somehow. I, I think
Mm.
I think it's where that the wrestlers are okay with something and the audience go no.
Yeah, I think so. If MJF say okay,
Yeah.
but if audience think we're no good, it's no
Mm.
good, you know.
I guess it's the same thing with your gimmick when you wanted to turn heel,
Mm.
but not in that scale. Obviously, this one's a lot bigger, I would say. But when you wanted to be heel and the audience is still cheering, so
Mm.
the audience decided that you are better suited as face. But
Yeah.
this is more like the audience decided that this is a bunch of BS.
Mm.
But it's also interesting
Mm.
that after this,
Mm.
that AEW and the ratings for AEW Dynamite was close to 1 million viewers,
1 million viewer. Wow.
almost 1 million viewers.
Mm.
So that was. Do you think this, okay,
Mm.
with something like this, got people talking so they tune into AEW?
Mm.
Or was it more like, well, AEW has always been getting, somewhere around 800,000 ish viewers to 900,000 viewers, mostly anyway. Do you
Mm.
think this had something to do with like bringing a little bit more people tuning into AEW?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, because it's not a good thing. That's why.
Okay. Now you worked with Jay White and Juice Robinson before, right? Oh, you haven't worked with Jay
Yeah,
White.
yeah, I know Jay White and
Yeah,
just Rob. Yeah,
yeah. When he was more of a young lion, right?
yeah. Mm.
Yeah,
I I think I had a much with them. I think
yeah.
couple
Were
times.
were you and Juice Robinson in FCW together?
Um, no. He came to turn to NXT. I think he started the
Oh,
NXT, no FCW. I think,
okay. Yeah, I keep getting that mixed up somehow.
but
You,
uh, I went to like how should I say the
the training?
WWE training center
Mm-hmm.
practice after
Hmm.
I debuted on
Hmm.
WWE.
Hmm.
So I saw him couple times.
Hmm.
Then I think I practiced with him couple times.
Hmm.
Yeah, together in
What and
WWE.
what is your opinion on both of them?
Mm. Yeah, they are good guys.
Mm.
So I think Jay had a sense of wrestling
Mm.
when he was Green Boy.
Mm.
Already he has a wrestling sense.
Mm.
After he debuted in New Japan, then when I saw him, he he was young, but already he was good.
Mm.
So I thought, okay, he will become maybe champion
Mm.
anytime soon. I thought.
Mm.
So Jay had the good wrestling sense, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, the Juice Robinson is a good guy,
Mm.
but his style is like more American style,
Mm.
not Japanese style.
Mm. I
So, but
I
yeah,
look at I look at him right now in AEW, and his voice is very distinctive. So it's like whenever he talks, it's him.
oh,
So you know when he talks, it makes it interesting for me to watch him,
mm,
and it's like a very very natural heel voice, especially the way that he screams.
oh, really?
Yeah, I think it brings a lot out to his character. I think.
Does he wrestle in AW now?
Yeah, he wrestles in AEW now.
Okay.
That's why he was there with the microphone.
Mm,
And Juice got most of the backlash for this. Like
oh, really?
people were upset with Juice Robinson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with because of the role of quarters and I think someone prominent in Jacksonville actually had a conversation with Tony Khan, and Tony Khan directly contacted that guy through
Oh,
Twitter. Yeah.
r- really?
Yeah. I just I just don't know. I mean,
Is he upset?
well, yeah, obviously, I think some of the Jewish community were upset about this.
Mm,
And some of them even vowed to not watch AEW. Yeah, it got pretty big, um, you know, that particular week because
mm,
because of how it came out apparently.
mm,
Now let's move on to
mm.
question, and we'll call it today because I know you're very tired today after
No,
after a lot of traveling matches today.
yeah,
So I got
it's
a question for you. I got a
okay.
question for you on this one,
Yeah.
and I want to I want your um I want your honest opinion about it. Okay, and it's about you. Okay,
Mm,
so when you left New Japan the
mm.
first time as a young lion, okay,
Oh, mm,
and I was following that whole thing at the time. That
mm.
the Japanese media wasn't being very nice towards you. Like they were really giving you a hard time. I think when you decided to leave New Japan for WWE,
Yeah. So,
and did that change when you returned to Japan
mm.
as a part of WWE? How does that change if there are any changes?
So the world was totally changed, like a different world.
Really?
Yeah. like parallel world.
Wow.
Yeah, totally different world. So many people I know, many people talk shit about me after I left New Japan. So why just young Ryan? I didn't have wrestling skill much, and I was not popular even in Japan. Just young, just handsome, right?
You're a good-looking guy.
Just big handsome guy. Then just kidding. Yeah, so why you can go WWE? Why you pass WWE tryout? He's just crazy. He's just stupid. Many people thought so. Yeah, I know.
Many
I
people
knew.
are salty.
Yeah, so just make fun of me. Yeah, just look down, just talk shit about me. But I was changed. Yeah, I effort, right? Like I
I mean, you
did.
you you worked hard. You worked hard
Yeah,
to be in WWE for 7 years. I mean, I don't think people understand that a lot of
yeah,
times that but it does give you the energy. You turn that negative into the energy that you have to fight your way in there, have to work hard in there. And I think that's something to me that is very inspirational
okay.
because I don't think a lot of people understand that for especially and that's why I was asking you earlier about the question about Vince McMahon was that
Mm,
when you are a foreigner, you're not white,
mm,
and going to a company that whether people like to listen, agree with it or not, WWE has always been known to be very American dominant.
mm,
So, if you're not white American at the time, you probably would have less chances,
yeah.
in the company.
Mm,
But for you to still be able to be in there, I mean, there's Taka Michinoku and Sho Funaki, you know, and now Shinsuke Nakamura. I think, obviously when Shinsuke moved to WWE, I think some of the landscape has also changed as well at the time. Um, so and when you were there, I think it was still very white dominant in a way,
yeah,
in terms of in the company. So that's why I think it's something that's very inspirational for non-American wrestlers, I feel. Do you do you regret not having a chance to um at least like win a big single title in
mm,
WWE?
yeah. So mm, I envy.
Were there ever talks of like at least you get a chance to hold the IC belt?
Yeah, I never got title in WWE. I challenged a couple times.
Hmm.
I challenged the ECW title and
Hmm.
uh, WWE tag title couple times, I think. That's it.
Hmm.
Mm.
But were there ever talks of like you have a chance maybe to go for? the US title or the IC title?
I know. They had their something idea about the US champ, I think.
Hmm.
So when I heard that thing, the Miz had the US title.
Hmm.
And after ECW, I went to Raw, right?
Hmm.
After that, I will challenge the Miz the US title,
Hmm.
but the the idea was gone because my English was not enough at that
Oh.
time.
Hmm.
I yeah, when like a rehearsal before the show
Mhm.
on the ring,
Hmm.
I had a mic. Then I talk about the maze,
Hmm.
right? Like practice. Then couple times. Then
Hmm.
I saw Vince uh, like the far away. I saw the
Hmm.
Vince. Then I practiced a couple times, like a couple sentences. Then
Hmm.
after that, I saw Vince. I found Vince. The Vince
Mhm.
says,
Ooh.
mm.
Yeah.
So
Especially
I
at that time, you have to be able to speak English to talk to a
no,
crowd.
yeah. So I had a strong accent.
Hmm.
Yeah, my pronunciation was very bad more than now.
You're
So
fine right now.
no, so
Okay.
yeah. This is honest. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Well,
yeah,
at least you at least hold a belt.
but at that time, office told me when you you can speak perfect English, you can have many chances. Office told me, but unless perfectly and perfect English, you don't have a chance, any chances. Yeah, the office told me at that time. So I envy Japanese wrestlers now because they don't need to speak English anymore.
Hmm.
Just he can speak Japanese, but he can change the title and they can get the title. The story was totally changed. I envy.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you feel if
Mm.
and at the time I know WWE didn't want too many managers in the company, but do you think it would have worked better for you if they say for example if they have a manager for you to speak for you?
Yeah, I asked the office like
Hmm.
please give me the manager.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like Asian manager
Hmm.
with perfect English.
Hmm.
But office told me no. You should speak perfect English. And you when you you can speak perfect English, you can have many chances. You can have to be one of the top wrestlers. That always told me. You can have big chances. They told me. So Yoshi, speak perfect English. Speak perfect English. That they told me many times, but I was not able to. speak perfect English, so that was my fault. But that was
Did you try to talk to Paul Heyman and maybe get Paul Heyman to be your manager?
I never asked. I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, have like him. Yeah.
It would have been interesting if you were under Paul Heyman. It would have been pretty interesting
Yeah.
because Paul Heyman can really talk.
Yeah. He's good speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, it's today's Yoshi Unleashed. You can find us on Spotify and all other podcast platforms. Yoshi, let's end this.
Yeah. Thank you for watching Yoshi Unleashed. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye. Lee, we good.
Got you guys.
How was it?
That was good.
Think
Good.
so?
Yeah, that was good.
I